Hi, I'm Ciara McCarthy, sports editor of the Southern Star newspaper, and I'm joined here again today by John Bohannon, our GA correspondent, for a weekly look at what's coming up in this week's Southern Star. I suppose the big news from a West Cork GA perspective over the last week was Rory Deane tore his cruciate at a training session with Cork last Wednesday night. I caught up with Rory last night and had a chat with him just to see how he's getting on and what the state of play is at the moment. John, huge disappointment for Rory.
Devastating blow for Rory, very unfortunate. He was just making his way into the Cork senior football team. He was playing very impressively for them in their opening league games. Very bad blow for Rory on a personal level, very bad for Cork, for Carbery, for Bantry Blues. But on a positive note for Rory, he can take inspiration from his club colleagues, Graham Canty and Tim Umani, who have battled this injury in the past and come back successfully from it. Also, Colm O'Neill, he's been in flying form in the Cork campaign so far, so he can take inspiration from them, keep positive, and knowing Rory's character, he will bounce back and be a pivotal player for club and county again.
And everyone here at the Southern Star wishes Rory the very best to look with his recovery. And like I said, we have a chat with Rory this week, and Richard Harrington, Bantry Blues manager. So and as well as that, I suppose, turn our attention to the action on the football field. It was a very busy weekend. Last weekend just gone in the under-21 football championships here in West Cork in the A, B and C. It's a busy weekend again coming up, John.
Very busy, Kieran. The reigning champions Clonakilty are up next against their local rivals Ross Carbery this Friday night. Also Bantry Blues, who defeated Kilmacabey very impressively last Sunday, are out in action against a very highly fancied Ireland Rovers team. So very comprehensive weekend of action again.
I'm going to put you on the spot, John. Call these two games Friday night.
They're going to be very tight. Local derby, Clonakilty Carbery Rangers, very little between them. I think Clon should just edge this, while the other game, I think Ireland Rovers are a very impressive team. I know Bantry had the benefit of a game last Sunday, but I think Ireland Rovers with Cork and Tone Star Dan McGowan in their ranks should just shade this, but it'll be a very tight game.
We have comprehensive coverage of last weekend's South West under 21 games in the A and B grade, from the 4 B games and the 2 A games, so all those games are covered in this Thursday Southern Star. I suppose looking ahead as well, it's going to be a busy weekend in the inter-county scene. The Cork hurlers and footballers are both out again. The Cork footballers are travelling to Mayo, the hurlers are going up to Antrim, and they're going to travel both in confidence. They both had good wins last weekend.
Great wins, Kieran. Footballers had a great start and they just held on in the end against Derry. In particular, West Cork duo Mark Collins and Ken Richards were very impressive. Brian Hurley also showed a return to form. They have a very stiff test against Mayo this Sunday. They're a great start, so hopefully they'll embark and keep their unbeaten run. The hurlers will hopefully go up to Antrim, long trip, but they should beat Antrim.
As well as that, we have a lot more of the sport in action in West Cork over the last few days. Skibbereen Rugby was a good weekend for them. They guaranteed their Division 1 status in the Munster Junior League. We also have an interview with Conor Ellis from Cahill, and he played for Ireland's under-17s against Austria last week. And as well as that, Mark Buckley from Dunmanway's got a call up to the Ireland under-16 team that's heading out to the Netherlands on St Patrick's Day. So we've that and a lot more in this Thursday's Southern Star Sports section.